everyone. Hello. We are here for what? BTG. We're here for Beyond the Gates on Twitch and on YouTube. Don't forget to, if you are on Twitch, hit that follow button. You can subscribe to me if you want. I believe you can. And on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. We're going to get a full week of Beyond the Gates this week. Why? Well, maybe not on this channel if I have to go do something when it comes to showing up for an appointment. That's right. Vernon said he's only began to push because you want that push. But hello, hello, hello. You should have. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. That's right, Danny. Mm. Yep. It is bad. Ooh. Um. Hold on. Because I have picture-in-picture going, so I can monitor the camera, but it kind of got knocked out. So, oh, well, Miss Mamas, Miss Girls, Miss Ma'ams, that's not gonna happen. But I'll tell you what happened last week. I'll tell you what happened last week. Oh, this is so good. Hell no, she not gonna phone. That damn Vanessa. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No. June is such a great addition to the parenting that Martin and Smitty do. Oh my God. Oh, yes, mother. Oh, Smitty not getting cold feet. You should get cold feet. Mm-hmm. Mm. Aw, y'all gonna get caught. It, it must be cold as a witch's titty out there. The way he rubbing them hands together, like, ooh, ooh. That's Smitty's That's Smitty CI, his connect, where he got his information from. Ooh, Max might be up out of here. Oh my God, it is messy. Okay, so what happened last week? We didn't have no, we didn't have Thursday. We didn't have Friday because the NCAA, the start of March Madness. We're gonna be here all week this week because all the games start at like 5 or 6. So there's nothing that's going to interrupt unless it's like some breaking news. I may not be here on Thursday because my aunt has an appointment and I go with her. I go with her to her appointments and I don't know. I have to check the time if the appointment is like early in the morning or if it's like later in the afternoon. If it's like or late in the morning. If it's late in the morning, I may not be back here on time to do a live. So it's just Wednesday. So Wednesday, Bill went over there. We call him Bill for that moment. Bill went over to see Vernon to let him know that they were able to shut down the building of Wig's house because she's 1 inch over the property line. Now, Wig is talking crazy, being disrespectful to people, and Eva is sitting with her trying to smooth everything over, but it's not working. Why? Because she looks down on civil servants. She looks down on people without money. Baby, she tried to bribe the inspector. She thought the inspector was going to be a man, so she was like sitting and breast this to the sky, honey. She had him sitting to the sky. And then when the inspector came in and she saw it was a woman, not only did she insult the lady, she then tried to bribe her. And that woman was like, absolutely not. You won't be building no house until the plans for this house are revamped because you are 1 inch over the property line. Now, I know you're like, oh my God, 1 inch over the property line is not a problem. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it will be. You don't go over your property line because you wouldn't want nobody to go over theirs. The most y'all could do with a property line, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if this is for sure, is to put up a fence. That is the most you could do for a property line is to put up a fence. That's it. That's all. So she insulted the lady, talked bad about her wig, tried to bribe her, and that woman told her, Yeah, all this is shut down indefinitely until you get a new version of what this house is supposed to look like that does not involve you going over that property line. So not only did she insult the inspector, she insulted the contractor, and she pissed off Eva to the point where Eva was like, "Don't call me, I'll call you," because this is all too much. Kat was sitting there because Kat grilled Kyle on what his intentions were with Nicole, and they had a little moment. They had a little talk, and everybody I saw were like, "Oh my God, she was so rude to Kyle." And it's just like, this is one of the men who is messing around with your mama, and you do not know him. But you're gonna take all you can get because I need to know right here, right now, because she's a grown ass woman. But you know it's hard raising your parents. So Kat heard all of this, and Kat was smiling. Obviously, Bill went over there to tell Vernon everything, and him and Anita had a real heart-to-heart conversation, and a lot of this drummed up the fact that his mother passed away from cancer. Like, this is a lot for him. He's going through a lot right now because those memories are brought up, and it's just like, as somebody who told y'all that this was going to be real tough for me as Anita was going through her process, because I've lost a lot of family members. It drums up a lot. Y'all have seen me cry multiple times on here. And then Vanessa is going through it, but honestly, you're going through it because you put yourself through it. Point blank and a period. All you have to do is break up with this man and go talk to your daughter, but she won't do it. All you have to do is, hi, pop up. You should have been popping up before all this came out, but she won't do it. I told y'all, Vanessa don't really care about them kids. I told y'all, Vanessa don't really care about them kids. Kyle gave Nicole a key to his place. It was like, whenever you want to come over, just use that key. Whenever you want to come over and pop coochie, use your key. And also, Bill and Kat had a heart-to-heart moment last week because she thought something really bad was happening with Anita, and he's like, "No, she's okay." But it's just like, marriage or not, we are still family, and the number is always the same. You can still call on me. Ugh. You gonna the cost is her relationship with her kids, specifically her daughter. Mm-hmm. Listen, I mean, little sabbatical not wrong. I took college credits in high school because that first year of college is gen eds. Honestly, the first year of college is general education because you got to take all your gen eds. Then you got to take the school I went to. You had to take the general education test just to check to see if you knew it, like you knew about everything, and then that way you could just go straight into the classes about your major. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the ticking clock is also on Naomi too. Hmm. She can't stomach nothing. Mm. Mm. Oh no, she giving up. That's right. Tell her about herself. Tell her about herself. That's right, Vernon. Tell her about herself. Oh my god. Um, give me a moment. Uh, whew. Her saying she tired and she won't give up just hurt my goddamn feelings. Okay, let's take it back to Vanessa and the fact that Vanessa thought that Timo Tony Soprano was about to break up with her, even though that is not the case. And it's just like he gonna hold on to you for as long as he can hold on to you before you find out that he the reason why Boozy Susie Doug is allegedly no longer of the living. But honestly, if Vanessa really wanted her relationship with her children to be better, she would give into what Deanna wants, specifically when it comes to Joey. Like you could date other people. If if she was dating somebody else or she started dating another person and then Deanna had an issue, it would be like, okay, so you don't want your mother to move on. You feel like she has to stay stagnant and she has to stay in the midst of grief. But if she breaks up with Timo Tony Soprano and Deanna does not have an issue with her anymore and they start to heal, I could see it being better. Also, it really did not help that Vanessa wasn't going to see her children like she should have like during the time of their grief when what's his name? Lil Donnell Jones came home to spend time with her over the holidays. She all but drop kicked his ass to whatever ski lodge him and his friends was gonna be at so she could spend the holidays with Timo Tony Soprano. So it's very much given that Timo Tony Soprano is your first choice and your children are your second choice. EG is sitting down with Danny, and Danny was like, these are the parameters, these are the guidelines, these are the rules of my house. And he was like, funny how it's a double standard because when you bust up in my house, you called Triple H everything but a child of God. At least I called her a child. See, the difference is it's always gonna be smoke for Triple H because she she slithered her way into y'all life and into y'all marriage and into a friendship with y'all daughter. And then we see the fallout of what happened. That's the difference between Andre. Andre is the man in the house. So respect it or don't respect it. But if you don't respect it, you can get your ass gone. Okay? You could go. But they sit down and talk, and he's like, seeing Miss Anita and everything she's going through makes him think about his mother, but also has him thinking about Danny. And it's just a lot. A lot of emotions are happening. And then we have Miss Anita being told about herself by Daddy Dupree because she is talking about giving up. She talked about giving up. She's talking about how she wants to give up, how she's not gonna be able to do this, how this is over. And he like, how dare you? How dare you? Hell to the no, don't you dare. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yeah, no. Naomi did. Mm. Did we just this is where I tell y'all to bear with me, just simply because the wind is out of control. The wind is out of control. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Bill and Danny, because he's actually being a decent person right now. Bill and Danny have a heart to heart. They're talking about how, the big C is a silent cancer and you really can't go scorched earth on it no matter how much you want to, because it's just not possible. It's just not possible. There's no way to build yourself out of the situation. There's no way to Danny yourself out of the situation. You just got to fight the good fight. She thanks him for, being there for Miss Anita and giving her, a little reprieve. And she talks about how she shows up for her mother, how she tries to make her laugh, how she's there for the hard days and the good days and things like that. Then they just are so happy and thankful that none of they girls got the gene. And it's just like, oh no, y'all, one of your girls has the gene. She just being a liar, pants on fire, and refuses to tell anybody that she does. And by the time y'all find out, it's gonna be, excuse me, possibly too late. Possibly too late. He, as in EG, tells Danny how not only did they get the Shouse thing shut down, but if any of them need him, call him. Like, this, right? It's the same thing he said to Kat. Like, even if we're like marriage or not, still family, number still the same, still call me if you need anything, which is a big change from how he was before. But honestly, this is drumming up a lot. And I have a feeling like Triple H doesn't know anything about his mother. So there's that. And I also wonder, with his mother's form of the big C, did he get tested for anything? Maybe that would be a good thing to get tested to see if it's genetic or not, or if it was due to like food or environment. That's probably something they should delve into when it comes to EG. Smitty is down there because I forgot to mention how Smitty and Jacob met in the back alley and they talking, trying to keep everybody in tune. And Smitty is very much on the spectrum of let's go ahead and shut this shit down. And Jacob is like, no, I gotta prove myself. I gotta prove that I'm more than just the chief's son. I gotta prove myself. I have to prove myself. And it's just like, you gonna prove yourself into an early grave. That's what's gonna happen. So beep 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 beep, Smitty get a call. And it's Garland Memorial. His CI then got a little, a little stab, a little nip, a little tuck, without wanting a little nip or a little tuck. Okay, he even got cut. And now Smitty is losing it. And Jacob was like, we don't know what actually happened. Go check on him as a friend and not a reporter. Oh, hell. Let's not go down memory lane. Let's not go down memory lane. If they end up sleeping together, I'm going to throw some. Oh, he used to be at ADA. I'm telling you now, if they start messing around, I'm going to throw something. Take your ass home. Mm, he did. Vernon, you meant to blow up like that. Oh my God, my dog is barking. Girl, mm, no, it's not. That's right. What we talking about? Mm. Ma'am, that's a pretty big ask. Because he can't. You always. Mm-hmm. That's pretty big ass, Nita. You telling him to go on and not to disappear. You'd love his life. Ugh. This is all about you, Vanessa. Well, what about your child? She found herself again. Mm. Hmm. Okay, Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa. Oh, that's a cute houndstooth pillow. Oh, and one on the other side. Mm. I don't know why I'm tired. I had great sleep. Vanessa, girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Oh, bitch. Well, baby, if we got to say R.I.P. to Jacob, we're gonna have to say R.I.P. to Jacob, because he don't know how to come. You know, I wouldn't say that word, but I heard myself try to say it, and it's not gonna come out right. So I'm not about to embarrass myself in front of all you people. So he does not know how to separate Jacob the cop versus Rashad the blood slinging, corner boy. He don't know how to separate the two, because Jacob the cop is over here worried about Smitty and Max and all that stuff. Rashad the blood slinging corner boy would not be. Would not be. He would be leaned up against the wall thinking. He would be thinking. Danny and EG seem very close to kissing, and I don't want it nor need it. Okay, even though Andre's away, the mice should not play. Hear me when I say this. Even though Andre is away, the mice shall not play, because they're reminiscing and they're crying and they're thinking and telling truths. And it's just like, oh, I'm so sorry for not knowing how to really give you an answer when you were worried about the big C changing who you were. But I realized what it was when I saw Anita be changed from who she was. And it's just like, that's great. Y'all are talking, y'all are reminiscing. Stop reminiscing. Stop talking. Let's not do that. Let's not. Let's not do that. For the love of God, don't do it. Oh my God. For the love of all that's holy, do not do it. Vernon and Nita had their little back and forth. Nita is basically giving up. She said she's tired. She won't do this no more. And she needs to know that her family is going to be okay and they're going to make it without her. And he's like, of course they will. But she's like, yeah, not if you disappear. And it's just like, that's a pretty big ask, Miss Mama Smith, ma'am. You're the love of his life. But he promises her that it won't happen. But also living without her is not gonna happen either. And he told her, you need some more chemo, we can do that. You need more medicine, I can go get that for you. You need to be on a constant morphine drip, I will take you to the hospital myself. But you got to continue to fight. And I do appreciate the fact that he's just like, listen, continue to fight. She's so worried about everybody putting their lives on hold for her and looking at her with pity and all these different things that it's just like, you're worried about the really like minimum things. Even though you're a very strong person, you have to appreciate the fact that your children want to be around you to help you. You have to appreciate the fact that your grandchildren are worried about you. A lot of people out there don't have that. Some people don't have anybody as they're going through this entire thing of chemo and the medication and the surgeries and so on and so forth. They don't have family. They don't have children. They don't have grandchildren. They don't have nieces. They don't have nephews. They don't have brothers. They don't have sisters. They don't have husbands or wives. A lot of people do not have that. So, in the sense of Miss Anita, it's like, I can't take people looking at me a certain way. You just gonna have to suck it the up and have them look at you a certain way because a lot of people out there don't get that. They don't get people wanting to play nursemaid to them. They don't get a husband who like, whatever you need, I'll go get it for you. If you need me to get the best of the best people on your case, I will go do that for you. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. And then little sabbatical texted Lil Tidarius about inviting June to the cotillion. And it's just like, we're gonna see what happens there. But I wouldn't mind seeing June at the cotillion, somebody yada 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 yada, okay? Because Jasmine, who plays June, body for days, body. What a you, not body, body. But also as everybody is getting stuff done, as Naomi is talking to clients, obviously we saw a little sabbatical show June her dress and do the fashion show. She got most of her homework done. So now she don't want to talk about no homework no more. She want to talk about boys. And June was like, we're not talking about that. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, okay. Nothing crazy happened. No, you're not. And Wonder Woman. Yes. Caroline was like, hey, if you need to stand in, I got you. You can't negotiate, can't charm, can't intimidate, can't bribe, can't do anything. You just have to go through it. And this is the thing about it. When it comes to EG, we call him Bill for today because it's just like, oh, yes, so sad. He's been through this before with his mother. The only difference is I don't think his mother was able to fight the good fight like Anita was able to do because his mother passed away. So he's gone through this before. And then he's seen Anita go through it. Then there's a possibility that Danny might go through it down the line. And even though Danny and Bill are under the guise of our children don't have it, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just like, oh, well, no, Naomi has the variant. So he has to, like, it's drumming up a lot. And then you start to, like, as the person who has the big C is realizing what their mortality is. While they're realizing what their mortality is, the people outside of them, their family, their friends, hell, even their enemies, are realizing that, okay, mortality is there, but also everything I could possibly do to help them out, I can't do. As in, he had the understanding of, I can't charm it, I can't bribe it, I can't bend it to my will, I can't run over it, I can't intimidate it, I can't do anything but show up. Mm. Oh, Smitty's contact got stabbed. Mm. Smitty's contact got stabbed. And Smitty had convinced this man to stay in the game when he wanted to get the hell up out of there. Mm-hmm. Oh, he is. Uh-oh. Mm-mm. He is so cute. Oh, goddamn. Not yet. He kind of cute. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, Mr. Bloodslinger. Okay, who's in charge of the girls? It's kind of cute. I get her that. You're a very handsome man, sir. But all the men on this show are handsome in their own ways, and it's just like, shout out to the casting director. Shout out to the casting director. A good casting director will get you some good looking people up in your show. And good looking people who can act. Now, Jacob, you asking too many questions. And you throwing people under the bus. This is Jacob. Hold on. Let me get into it. Now I'm cool. Heard about Max. Oh, Rashawn, whatever the hell that man name is, told me he was going to be out of commission, so I might have been able to pick up some extra shifts. So he's there? Why would anybody want to leave? You asking too many questions. Keep it surface level. Don't dig too deep. Because you talk about, why ain't you calling me? I could have motivated him. Why didn't you call me? Yeah, this was an exit interview, okay? Now, Max ain't gone yet, but he will be gone soon. And I don't know why he would want to quit after everything I done done for him. After all the money I done put in his pocket, the food I done put on his table, the shoes I done put on his feet, the clothes on his back, the rent I done paid, the bills that I done paid. I don't know why he would want to leave. Maybe it's because he caught an ass whooping the first time he wanted to leave. He got stabbed the second time. And you done told this man that the only way out of the blood game, okay, ow, ow, ow. And I don't mean like as in the actual bloods. I mean the only way out of y'all slinging plasma and red blood cells and anything else you can get from blood is in a body bag. I don't know why a person would want out. Oh my, I don't know why somebody would want out. I don't know. I know. Obviously, like I said, a lot of people figure out what their mortality is when they're fighting a disease, but then the people around them figure out that honestly you're kind of powerless at some points because you want to do whatever you could do. You want to use whatever skills you have to fight it, and then it's just like, well, that's not an option. Like EG's in his office with Caroline, and he's talking about Anita and everything that's going on, and the fact that he has a skill set, but he can't do nothing with the skill set because the big C don't answer to nobody. For real, except for the poison that gets pumped into people's veins. Danny called Vernon to check on him and Miss Anita and to, basically see how everything's going and y'all need me. He's like, no, we got Kat, we got Rowena, we'll be fine. And it's just like, if I was Danny, I would just do a pop up. I want to see my mama. Oh, what if June became a social worker? Oh, oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. Vanessa, you don't keep texting that girl and she not gonna answer. She told you what her parameters were. What the hell is that? Ooh. That's a that's a blue box. Hey. Ooh. Um, Oh, yeah, on Wednesday, Isaiah went down to see Timo Tony Soprano to ask him if he was comfortable with him sharing their connection and everything with Eva. When Isaiah went to talk to Eva, Eva was like, oh, we don't have to talk, and basically cut him off. So he was trying to be honest with her, and she would worry about getting what is this, a proposal? Mm-hmm. 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 Not bombastic. Carolina, are you trying to become Mrs. Hamilton 3.0? Yes. Oh, Nita. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, girl. A little emotional manipulation. Mm. A little emotional manipulation. She's in so much pain that even like the medicated lotion that's supposed to help relieve pain, she can't. It hurts when somebody touches her. Now, Vernon is like, let me just take you to the hospital. No, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to be a pincushion. I don't want to be treated like a guinea pig. They just don't want to do more tests. I don't want to go. And Vernon, he put out a little emotional manipulation. And he basically said, if something happened to you, because I didn't take you to the hospital, that would destroy me. Okay, that would destroy me. You are holed up in the house because you're afraid, because you are afraid of pain, you are afraid of the way people look at you, you're afraid of this, you're afraid of that. But you being locked up in this house is keeping you from the possibility of living your best life. Maybe get a miracle cure that's gonna fix all of this. So much stuff, okay? Vernon hit her with a I'm not playing with you. Vanessa got a bracelet from Timu Tony Soprano, and he's just professing his love to her. And she almost texted Deanna how she was doing and hoping to see her soon, but then she erased the message. And it's just like, oh, Vanessa, you disappoint me so. You disappoint me so much. Like, girl, get it together. Get it together. You disappoint me so much. Snap out of it, get it together, figure out what you want to do that does not involve you acting like you are the only person going through all of this, but also having you show up for your children when they need you, while also realizing why your daughter, who went off on you and aired you out in front of a room full of people, was side eyeing you hard when it came to this man. If 2 plus 2 is 4, and 5 plus 5 is 10, what the is this relationship you have going on with Tony Soprano? Caroline was there for EG, just, bigging him up and helping him talk through his emotions and complimenting him. And it's very much given, Caroline, are you trying to be Mrs. Hamilton 3.0? That's what it's giving, just a little bit. But listen, I'll never forgive Caroline, and I will never care about Caroline getting played by Triple H. for the simple fact that Caroline knew that he was cheating on Danny, but has known he cheated on Danny multiple years, and she played the go-between. Mm-hmm. Ow. Mm-hmm. That's right, sweetie. Why are you talking out in the public? You are bad at this. Mm. 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 Ah! Why is Red in the building? Babe, absolutely not. He done came into Orphan He see Naomi, he see June, and he see Sabbatical. Oh, L to the no. Baby, everybody is going through it, but absolutely not. Why is Mr. I like to send the message and have people cut up in Orphan Jeans. I don't like this. I don't care if it is a public restaurant. I don't care if it is a place where people come to eat. Why the hell is he here? Why is you here? Oh my God. Vernon reading to Anita was so beautiful, but then it's like he's reading to her, and then we also have the like moment of we're seeing everybody go through their stuff. Um, well, running through their emotions, as in Danny and EG. They're running through their emotions. June, Naomi, and Samantha are all having a good time to kick in down to the Orphan Jeans. And Mr. Thugman, Mr. Thugboy, Mr. I Slain That Blood, okayed and came in there and sat down at the counter and he looked over at them. I don't like this. And Smitty is telling Jacob, we about this bit. I don't care what you said. We go. And Jacob don't want to leave. And Smitty said, the only way I'm leaving is you leaving. So we end this together. So you got to be more careful. And it's just like, this is too much. This is it's too much. Okay? It's too much. I don't like it. But this, I think we're shaping up to have a very emotional week because Anita is going to be in the hospital. They, as in Nicole, Vernon, blanked out at any point. It's the wind. It's really windy. The weather in the Midwest is wild. We went from it being hella cold to 92 degrees. It's not a great time. It's not. Climate change is real. But don't forget to hit those links in the description box down below. Vote.gov, vote.org. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you're checking out who's running for what, because all 435 congressional seats are up for grabs. It is time to vote out the people who are not doing their jobs, who don't give a damn about us, and who refuse to actually care about the people who put them to office. It's time to get some people in there who are going to protect all of us, and not just protect them and what they have going on or their billionaire buddies, but to protect all of the people. And it starts on the local level. You need to be voting in those local elections. Small elections, medium-sized elections, and big elections, all of them matter. On top of that, voting does matter. If you voting didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to snatch your rights away. They wouldn't be trying to keep you from being able to vote. For you should be able to register to vote, throwing out modern day poll tax, all these things wouldn't be happening. Okay? Hit up 5cause.org. They have a list of bills that are trying to get passed. And if you don't like it, whether it's local or it's federal, you you local as in state level, if you don't like the bills they're trying to pass by the state or the bills they're trying to pass federally, you can call and let your voice be heard. Tell your representatives or their voicemail or the people in the offices how you feel, and keep calling, because I'm not going to tell you to do something that I don't already do, which I do. Keep calling and let them know that you're not down with this mess whatsoever. On top of that, COSA, the Kids Online Safety Act, is not a Kids Online Safety Act. Nothing in that bill is protecting children whatsoever. It's really trying to jack up the way you as a regular person or you as an adult, like anybody, searches the internet. If it was about protecting kids, there wouldn't be so much backlash to it. The SAVE Act ain't saving nobody. And also, if y'all have to fly, be careful at them airports, because listen, say what you want to say about the Democratic Party. They had a come to Jesus moment with the Repubs about funding TSA and certain parts of the Department of Home Security that had nothing to do with ICE. It's fuck ICE today, tomorrow, the next day, and those days after that. And that man who claims he's the president said absolutely not. So if you have to fly anywhere, be careful, because ICE is supposed to be at the airport now, and they're not trained TSA, and they're going above and beyond being, at the entrances of people coming in. It's a lot. So just be careful out there. But with that being said, that was it. That was all I had to give y'all. I do have to set up the rest of the lives for the week. We will be back here for wrestling, so be looking out for that. I love everyone.